Welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a filmmaker as well as a public access producer right here at BronxNet. And she joins us today for a look at her recent project, her film, I Am You, and the meaning behind it. So we welcome Minister Cat, also known as Kitty Rose, to the show. Kitty Rose.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Looking great. Love the earrings.
Thank you.
So great to have you on the show.
I'm so glad to be back, and I get you as the host
I'm
today.
filling in.
Wow.
Just a pinch hit Bob is what it is.
I know. I'm excited.
Sports reference.
Let's see what you could do.
All right. Sounds good to me. So, obviously, BronxNet, of course, we'll start there.
Yes.
Is an important place for you, a special place,
my
because
home.
you have a lot going on here. So tell us a little bit first about the project and also what you do here at BronxNet.
Okay. Well, I am one of your community producers, community public access producers, and my show is called Natural Sessions. I come on late night because, you know, I'm a little raunchy, a little bit.
Raunchy's good.
You need a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? But so I've been doing that now here at BronxNet, going into my 4th season that starts this fall. But now, because of my experience and the tools that I've learned at BronxNet, I'm now producing a one-woman show called I Am You, which is a comedic satire monologue.
Okay.
So early part of this year, I was promoting my film, and now, you know, as we evolve as artists, this is the next project I'm now
That's
doing.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be difficult to do a one-woman show, but if it's done well,
Okay.
of course, it's going to be really good. So talk a little bit about the creative process.
The creative process is different because I'm usually behind the scenes. Even with hosting my own talk show, I let the guest, you know, be the star, and I'm just there to facilitate. But, you know, I'm producing that, I'm editing that, I'm doing the locations. That is all, again, behind the scenes. So being now in front of the camera by myself, just with the audience, no person to kind of feed off of, is exciting, a little nervous, but I was able to do it. And we had our debut show August 9th to a full house, and the feedback was awesome. So I think, you know, when you are listening to your calling and you embrace what your purpose is, then whatever seems difficult really isn't, because you're just doing what you're supposed to do. So even
100%.
though I didn't know that I was going to eventually end up, on the stage myself, I believe that the Creator was preparing me for it. So when I was on it, I'm ready. Like, where's the camera? Let's do it.
So you got a great personality.
Thank you.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? Community. And I know that's abroad, but I say community because, especially during this time right now, this climate, we're coming on 2020, election, global warming, we want to do change on a global, on a mass level. But I find that we can't do change if we don't fix, or we don't at least deal with the things on an intimate level. And I don't ever see anyone doing that. Everyone's always talking about what we could do as a mass, you know, but never really, like, what does Catherine, what does Bobby, what do we individually have to do? So I feel like since we all play our part, that's my part. That's my part as a sacrificial lamb, to kind of show my community what it looks like to be accountable, deal with your stuff, know that it's okay, and move through, because with the Creator's blessings, you could really have a happy life while you're here on this plane. And in 45 years, I go through the same ups and downs that everyone else goes through, but for the most part, I have a good life. I got great children, I got nice folks, I got great homes that I can do my business at and be self-employed for myself for all of these years. And I truly believe that's because I listen, I follow, I heed, and I apply those lessons that I'm learning to my life, where I can be an example and show others that this is what it takes.
That's what I always love the most about BronxNet. I mean, there's so much creativity here in the Bronx, and we get a chance to showcase it here on our shows.
Yes.
So what do you want people to know specifically about this one project, and then explain the title, I Am You?
Well, I Am You is really as simple as that. I am you, because I really feel like we're reflections of each other. There's so much we're caught up in race, in cultures that separate and divide us, but when we really sit and have these one-on-one conversations, we see that we're really different, but the same. So I'm using, again, myself as a sacrificial lamb to kind of show that I'm you. I'm going through the same thing you're going through. We go through it. It's not that serious. We can all get through it and embrace the process as we go through it. So what I want folks to know is I want them to come to my next show, which is October 18th at the Producers Club. Because the one thing also that I would love for the audience to know is that in producing the television show that I do weekly, producing a one-woman show and off-Broadway on 44th between 8th and 9th is no easy task, but I'm doing it. And I want folks to join me in this because no one is successful by themselves. So in order for me to be successful, which is a reflection of you and I and us, I need the community to come and support and buy a ticket. No.
Tremendous stuff, tremendous stuff. Final words.
Yo, final words. Watch BronxNet. And I don't know,
That's
yeah,
a good
watch
place.
BronxNet.
And come to the show.
And come to the show because you'll find Kitty Rose after 11 on Natural Sessions and IMU at the Producers Club October 18th.
Thank you so much, darling, for coming on.
Thank you. Good
Tremendous
job,
stuff.
Bobby.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
We have to take a quick break. More open right after this.